Hello and welcome to Ancestral Ascensions. So my mic just totally died in the middle of that, and I have no idea where it did die. So anyway, so I'm going to do a recap for you. So my name is Trish. If you've never been here to the channel, and I do have a message here coming from Spirit. I really have been called to continue doing my readings, even though I've actually just taken on a job that is keeping me quite busy right now. I'm not able to get here to do the readings as often as I would like. Anyways, with that all being said, welcome, and I'm so thankful that you've come and joined me here today. So I have started this reading already, like I said, and I went ahead with the numerology cards. And just for a recap here, we had the health card come out here. I'm going to see what I can do to actually splice these two together. I'm not the best, obviously, if you've been watching my channel, at doing editing, so we will see what we can do here. But we do have the health card, which is the 7 and 1. It is the number 8 put together, of course, with the purple star, which is the crown chakra. We have also coming in beside it the domestic harmony, number 46. We have love coming in beside it, that throat chakra, that beautiful blue. And then we have this beautiful manifestation. It really does bother me that that reading was interrupted like that. So anyways, we're going to get some more information around this. So all of the chakras that are activated in this reading here, it began with this throat chakra here, the number 6, which is about community, caring for community, and this number 6 also has love here, so a lot of love for community. After that, we had the health card, that is the 8. We had the domestic harmony, which is number 46. So 46 might have some significance to you, but it also equals 10, which is a number 1 here. So we do have an 8, a 1, a 6, and an 8, which is this last one, manifestation, we see here. This being this third eye chakra with this beautiful fuchsia color. So we have kind of 2 8s on the end, and then we have a 1 and a 6, which is 7. So I do feel like there is also some kind of ascension that is going on here, with having the 6, 7, 8 numbers out here. With the 7s as well, we have the 2 cards in the middle that are equaling a 7, which is about spirituality. We also have the 7 plus 1 here. So I do feel like there is divine guidance around this manifestation that absolutely has to do with this domestic harmony card, which is this beautiful green star, green representing the heart chakra, being very open. The purple, like I said, this beautiful crown chakra with the orange around, involving the sacral chakra, the creativity, the blue with the throat chakra, and then finally the third eye with this manifestation. So we have an 8 on either side with a 7 in the middle. So it's almost like I'm getting almost a sense of mirroring here as well. Now I did shuffle some cards here, and the energy on the bottom of the deck was this loyal heart. And we see 2 owls there. They seem very much in love. They are masculine and feminine. And there is also some keys hanging from this little clothesline or whatever behind them there. And they are sitting on an egg with a heart and a face within that heart. So what I'm really getting here is that maybe you are walking in life right now with a partner, that you 2 are very much in balance. There are 2 owls. So owls to me signifying that wisdom, that you've lived some life here, that the 2 of you have lived some life, or this could be just you as well in terms of balancing your masculine and feminine. And with this being this loyal heart, that you've been very loyal to your own heart here, right? And that you hold the key to the masculine and feminine. You know when to pull out that masculine energy and when to pull out that feminine energy. But we also see royalty here, you know, so there is some wisdom and there's some spiritual wisdom here in terms of this royalty. So really stepping into this place of abundance, because of course this is the number 35 on this card. Three again being creativity, and five being change or challenge, freedom. So again, we have another eight coming out here. So we've got, you know, three eights so far, and a one and a six, which equals seven, right? So we have another eight coming out here. So the number 35 might be of significance here to you. Um, but that is the overall energy here of the reading, as well as this health, domestic harmony, love, and manifestation here. So I did shuffle the deck, and I have not even picked them up to have a look yet, because I saw that my mic was dead. So anyway, so let's move on from here. So getting some more information around what's happening. We have happy number 32. This is this freedom. Sorry, this is in the here and now, and then we also have happy. I'm telling you the wrong cards as I'm looking at them here. So we have happy, this girl here, and we have in the here and now. So I do feel this is obviously here in the present moment. Happy is number 26. So again, we have the two, which is almost like this loyal heart. We see these two, the two owls looking at each other. So the two can be about the partnerships, duality, masculine and feminine energy. But yeah, this person is really super happy. We see a lot of stars around this person as well. To me, I would think representing that you have really gone through a lot of healing here. And I also find it interesting the placement of the stars on this woman. She has one in her third eye, one in her heart, and one almost around her belly area. So to me, I always talk about how it's so important that we have this connection between the head and the heart, as well as to our gut, which is our gut instinct, right? So I do feel that you are absolutely receiving the messages from the divine. We see that beautiful light coming down, and it is really coming into that heart center so that you are able to see beyond maybe just the practicalities or realities of life, and really beginning to see this beautiful magic, because I almost get a sense that she's got her wings. So yeah, again, when you know receiving your wings, it's almost like you know you're ascending again. So this and number 26 again is an eight. Okay, we've got the theme of eight coming out here. I didn't even realize that. So the two about partnerships, and then the six about caring for community. But whatever this is, you are absolutely happy, and inside of that egg, it's almost like the inner child is really happy too. So happy. This is great. We're gonna put this in the center of the reading, as well as this here and now, which is this number 32. So the number 32, which equals a five, is about freedom. It is about challenge. It's about change. But this is happening right here in the here and now. So I do feel like you are going through a transition period, or you have just come through this transition period, because the way that this is coming out with the here and so here and now, we have the past on this side, and we have the future on this side. So we are totally in this present moment. Um, but yeah, what I see is that this has taken place just in the very recent past here, and so it could be around domestic harmony. So with this here and now, this whatever this change is that you have just gone through, it could be around harmonious relationships with family, relationships with coworkers. Could even be like a extracurricular group or something like that. But right now you're happy, and in that happy is coming right in underneath that beautiful love card, that number six that's right above it. So a lot of manifestation here, and so again we have 5, 6, 7, 8, right? Again, showing this ascension. but a lot of eights here, so a lot of abundance. Okay, the next two cards here, we have Unfinished Symphony with number 10, and we have By the Book with number 11. We have the elephants as they're walking along here. Okay, so Unfinished Symphony. So I do feel, obviously, when we see Unfinished Symphony, it is unfinished work that was needing to be done here. I do see a bird as this woman is kind of suspended in the sky on this egg, and she's on a piano as well. So I do feel like this unfinished symphony, where I would put this is right underneath this here and now that was in this very recent past. So I do feel like there could be something around domestic harmony in terms of this, because it is also the 10, right? So that domestic harmony, that number 46 here, as I'm putting down these cards, I'm going to actually move these over a little bit. So I feel like this unfinished symphony has to do with some kind of domestic harmony here. But then I also see the number 11 here with By the Book. Now, number 11 is master number 11, right? So there's only three master numbers, 11, 22, and 33. And this one in particular is about leading the way. So it is about leadership. But when I see this family of animals, I get a sense of generations here. So maybe there has really been some unfinished business having to do with family, or something that is being passed down through family. Now, what I'm getting the sense here is that the answer to this is absolutely love. We are going to see a lot of happy domestic relationships here once we're able to finish up any unfinished business. So I'm really trying to get a sense here. The unfinished symphony, I think that, when I look at this happy, happy card, I am putting it in right underneath this love card. This is also in the here and now. So I'm going to keep these two together. I'm really just trying to, get a feel or get a sense here, Spirit, if you can make things a little more clear. In terms of this unfinished symphony and By the Book, you know, I feel like this has something to do with this domestic harmony and being by the book. So, okay, I'm going to just set this aside here from now and see if I can get some more information around that with the tarot. I'm going to continue on here, and maybe something will come to me. Because then right after that, I have the yang. And I'm putting this yang here under this manifestation because the yang is all about, that masculine energy. I'm quite sure the yang, that's what it's all about. And it's about, creativity, the power to make things that happen and taking action. So when I see this manifestation card, this number 8, you are ready to take action on this manifestation, or this manifestation is coming to light here with this yang energy. Beside that yang energy is come to the edge here. And we have this piece. This is number 32. So coming to the edges is number 36. So creativity, community, which also equals a 9, which is that culmination. So I'm just going to slide these cards down here, make a little more room. So I do really get the sense that you are quite happy here. This is the here and now. I am going to put this unfinished symphony by the book underneath this love card, because I do feel like whatever this is that is left unfinished right now, I think that looking at it with love and, really by the book, I guess, as what's been handed down from generation to generation. It also being that master number. Let's see what we have here for this number 11. The overall energy is abiding by social rules, conformity, respecting cultural or family customs, and universal laws. Um, okay, so I do get that there may be something that really is unfinished at this moment in time. And, and you're going to come at it with love, but you are going to do it with those social customs, with those family traditions, the way that you have been taught. How to look after any kind of unfinished business with this unfinished symphony. Um, Yeah, and so I'm just tempted to have a look and see what the unfinished symphony's overall energy is here. Yeah, unfinished business, lack of closure, needing to make amends. So absolutely. So I do think that with love being that overall energy with this unfinished business, where you do have to put some kind of closure to something, I think that you can do so, with all of the skills and abilities that you have learned, through generations, through those universal laws. We talked about that there in the past, and I know some of you had gone ahead and looked up those universal laws. Um, because, with every action, there is a reaction. And I think that it's really important to come at whatever this unfinished business is with this love, or however you want to put it, you know, with this being that overarching energy, that beautiful love that you can come at it with. Right, and it is about using your voice here as well. Remember, this is that blue throat chakra. It is about using your voice. Okay, so let's move on into this manifestation. So something is about, so it's about action. Something is coming to the edge here, where you really do feel like you're on the verge of, just on the verge here, right, of taking this action. You're right there. This woman is just about ready to step off the edge. So there is this inspired action that is coming forward, and it is absolutely bringing you a whole lot of peace, right? Okay, so we have, wow, so we have a 9 and a 1, which is a 10, and another 5 here. So um, once you go ahead and do this inspired action, come to the edge. It's okay to bring a close to any kind of unfinished business with this beautiful love, because I think if you're able to do this and come from love, that you are going to manifest whatever it is here. I see, it's almost like you see these two here, this unfinished symphony being by the book. She's coming right to the edge as she's morphing into this taking action to peace, right? And I'm not saying that it has to be a female. Of course, this is absolutely female or masculine energy. However you identify, this is not a gender-based reading. It's just the action that is happening for whoever is watching. Okay. Beautiful. All right. So I do want to get some tarot around here. Just regarding what all of this is about, this loyal heart, this perfect balance here, being so happy here in the here and now, Ugh, I just realized this as I'm looking at this. We start out with the number 32 here in the here and now, and we ended with this peace sign, and it's number 23. So we're getting a real a mirroring effect here. So whatever it is, when I talk about that mirroring effect, and I don't know if people really do understand when we talk about that mirroring effect, it's like what we put out there is what comes back to us, right? And so if we're seeing things in others, it is likely because we're seeing that about ourselves, right? So if there's any kinds of animosity or those kinds of things, um, we can find peace within ourselves if we understand that, right? That how other people's behaviors is about them. It's not about you, right? And it's just um, how you come to understand what's happening here around you. um, but maybe you can take some inspired action here to create some peace for yourself, is really the message that I'm getting here. But let's see, creator, any more messages for the collective regarding this message of being in the here and now, this beautiful, happy uh, life that's happening for them. Okay, wow, there's a whole lot of cards that come out. We have the King of Wands here. So the King of Wands is about that charismatic leader here, very inspirational, very passionate. Um, that type of energy knows exactly what he wants. So I am going to put that beautiful overall energy here. Um, at the bottom of the deck. I just moved this loyal hearts, and I can't help but see this number 16, and it says all that glitters, right? So the masks, and it's number 16, which is a 7. Um, and so, this all that glitters is not gold, is the how the saying goes here. And so, um, you know, so I see the loyal heart card as that overall energy that we're seeing. But on the very bottom of the deck, we have this all that glitters is not gold, right? And we also have the domestic harmony as well in the center of this reading. So I do get a sense that it could be that you're feeling like you're not really sure who to trust, or if, like maybe there's a feeling of masks, people wearing masks here around you, not really sure um, which ones are the loyal hearts and which ones are not, right? But what I really do like about this, we're at two ends of the spectrum, right? And what I was just talking about is, um, like when we see things in others that we don't like, it's because it's a reflection of ourselves. So we look at our own masks, the masks that we wear as well, and about being loyal to your own heart, right? So I get a sense of even around, you know, images and reputations. So, when I look at this King of Wands being this very charismatic, very good looking person, this leader, it might feel. Let's get some more information here. Anyways, I just noticed that all that glitters, so I'm just going to shove this right back underneath the deck here where it came from, and let's just get on with it. Okay, so in the here and now, we have this beautiful, the Magician card. The very first card that I pull up here is this Magician, coming in under the here and now, right? As well as the Ace of Swords. So the Magician, of course, can manifest absolutely everything here, right? So we do have this manifestation card, that number 8, creating this abundance. And then we have the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords is all about this truth coming to light, some kind of epiphany, or a very large concept, maybe a new idea that um, you want to bring into life, right? With the Magician, you absolutely have all the skills, abilities, the magic, even to create whatever you would like to. Maybe this is really what's coming to light for you. If you look at this in the here and now, you're so happy that you're realizing or understanding, or you've just come to this realization, because I've kind of got it here in the sort of past position, that you've just come to realize that you are this magician. You've had this, as that magician is holding the sword here in his hand, here it is, right? It's like, here, I am the magician. I can create anything. It's like, wow, I just came to this realization. And as that magician, you see a pentacle, you see a cup, You see all of the suits here in tarot. It's because this magician has a mastery of all of it, and this might be what you are just realizing. This might be what is making you really so happy right now, here in the present moment, right? Okay, so then we have the King of Pentacles and we have the Lovers. Okay, so the Lovers is again about this partnership, with the masculine and feminine, something that has been maybe divinely guided, this partnership, because of course, when we see this card, is with the angels. I'm sorry, I've got the King of Pentacles covering up the two people that the angel is hovering above there in that Lovers card. Um, so it is about this divine guidance. It is about balance as well. Um, and with the King of Pentacles is that stable, solid, salt of the earth type of person. Very practical, but very actually slow moving, but because it's foundational, right? It's just the that earth foundation. Um, so maybe you are really grounding into this balance that you have, balancing in the masculine and feminine within, right? And it could also be this partnership. Again, we have the loyal heart, so walking together with someone to really create this solid foundation. This could even be this unfinished symphony that, as you're walking in this domestic harmony, and you're trying to do things with love, and by the book, following those old ways, or following the rules as you're moving along to create this foundation. Okay. Right after the King of Pentacles, we have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups, she's very empathetic. She has her emotions in check, and she is very focused on how she feels. She and how others feel as well. But she has a mastery of her emotions here. And then we have the Seven of Swords, the Seven of Wands that's coming out with that. So the Seven of Wands is about defending your position or making this stand. And so when I get this sense here, is it's like acknowledging the emotion here, that you may be feeling, and this emotion is kind of coming in underneath this love card, and by the book, right? This love for community and how you want to do things in a really good way. And you're going to stand your ground as you do this, right? You're going to be able to defend your position, because you know that, like, these wands represent spirit, they represent the passion, they represent how that spirit is coming first, as I talked about with this health card, right? Seven representing spirit and one representing the leadership. So, I said, I talk a lot about allowing for the spirit to come first for that leadership, right? And I do believe that you have been following this, and that it has really brought you a lot of good health here and abundance, right? And this beautiful opening of that crown chakra, right? So I do feel like, as this Queen of Cups, that you're able to manage this emotion. You're able to process this emotion within, right? It is the queen's experience, or the queen's energy, is about this internal reflection here. And I feel like you are reflecting, and you feel absolutely right in what you're doing here. You're standing your ground. All right, so that's coming in under that by the book and coming to the edge. Then we have the Ace of Pentacles here. So a beautiful new offer, something that is going to create a lot of stability, a lot of money, maybe even for you, a lot of financial abundance here, coming in with the High Priestess. So, psychic ability or intuition, being able to, again, right, hone in on how you're feeling with this Queen of Cups, right? Being able to go into self and to feel those feelings and decide whether or not this is a battle or a hill that you want to die on in terms of standing your ground. But I think with all of your psychic ability, your intuition, your ability to tap into energies and sort of see what's going on, with the High Priestess, she uses all of her all of her extrasensory abilities to guide her in life. And because of that, you may be going to get an offer on this actually with that beautiful pentacle, the Ace of Pentacles here, right beside this High Priestess. So maybe it is a new skill or ability that you have um, realized, right? Because we see manifestation right above this High Priestess and the Yang taking that action. Um, with this beautiful offer, okay, coming in under the Yang and that Peace card. So something that you have absolutely manifested. We have a lot of aces here. We have the Ace of Swords, we have the Ace of Pentacles, and now we have the Ace of Wands. Okay, so the Ace of Swords is about that epiphany, that truth, really understanding maybe about who you are as this magician, or even how happy you are to be able to, just be here in the here and now and recognize this health, as you allow for spirit to come first. And then with the balance here, right, we have the Lovers coming in under the domestic harmony and unfinished business. So I do feel that, yeah, we are going to need to maybe have a discussion to clear the air for this domestic harmony. But you absolutely have the skills and ability with the Lovers card and the King of Pentacles. So that solid foundation. Again, coming back to the Queen of Cups, that internal reflection, and the Seven of Wands, with that, making a stand, reflecting on your feelings and deciding where you're going to make this stand. But you're also using your skills and abilities as this High Priestess, where you're able to tap into all kinds of energy that is bringing you this beautiful new, abundant, and very foundational offer here. And then right after that, like I said, I had the Ace of Wands coming. So not only is this offer that is coming to you going to be very abundant, but it's also going to create a lot of passion and inspiration here for you as well. Um, is something that you have manifested here. Like, this is coming in under this number 8, this manifestation here, this manifestation through the third eye. Not surprising. So maybe that is what you wanted to manifest, was this power within the third eye. Something that you're very passionate about, something that is going to bring you a lot of abundance here. And it looks like you're starting to take action here underneath the Yang card. And then we have, okay, we have the Three of Wands as well. So the Three of Wands is like beginning or starting out on that journey. Um, is one way to look at it. The other way is like with the Three of Wands, like you put all the planning into it, and you're just waiting for your ships to come in is the other one, right? So you're standing on the hill, kind of waiting for his ships to come in down there, with the Three of Wands. So something very inspiring, very passionate. But then we have the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords can be about indecision. It's like you've got these two thoughts that you're trying to decide between, but this person is blindfolded. So again, it is about going in, right, with this Queen of Cups, how it looks like she's just sort of looking at her emotions and just trying to feel what's happening there. She manages those emotions by the book, by those ways that have been passed down to her, right? As it comes in under this by the book card with the master number 11, right? Coming from love, right? Love of community. Okay. Um, with the Three of Wands and the Two of Swords here, so there is I feel like you're weighing out a decision here, um, or you're feeling into this decision here with the blindfold around this person's eyes here. So again, also I noticed that they're both by the water here. So he's standing there waiting for his ships to come in, and she's got her back to the water with the blindfold on, just thinking about things. So what I'm maybe getting the sense of here is that maybe all she needs to do is just, take off that blindfold and put those swords down and just wait for those ships to come in, right? Because they're coming in, you can see the ships down here. And they could very well be this beautiful, inspiring new offer, this Ace of Pentacles here. Um, both being by the water, right? She's just not even looking at the water. Maybe she's not looking at her emotions and just looking at what she's thinking about, this decision that she's got to make. Okay, so then coming in after that, we have the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords is again also about mental strife. Um, it can be, and it looks like it's about winning at all costs. This one, right? That's what the Five of Swords is about. But it could also be about mental strife, or like trying to get the upper hand here. So it's almost like I feel like these two are kind of going together. Um, with the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords with the two and the five, right? We add those two together and it's the Seven of Swords. And so if we think about the Seven of Swords, the Seven of Swords is about keeping things to yourself. Or it could be about you or someone else keeping things to yourself. So I feel like um, maybe there's just some indecision as to how you want to move forward. You don't, I feel like you're not wanting to hurt anyone's feelings. Like in this card, there's one person with their back towards this guy, kind of looking like they're sad or crying, and then, so this guy here is sad and crying, and then this guy's kind of like, oh, is he okay? And then this guy's like, oh, I've got all these swords, like kind of looking back, did I hurt that person? He's kind of got a smug look, but who knows what the intention is. But oh my gosh, here we have the Ten of Wands. All right, I don't know what I did with that card. Oh, there it is, the Seven of Swords, or the Two of Swords and the Five of Swords. So I am getting kind of a sense that you're not really sure, maybe with this new beginning here, this new really inspirational beginning. So I do feel like you do have the ability to feel into this situation here. So I think that that's what you're doing. You're trying to feel into this situation by not wanting to hurt anyone. And then, of course, we have the Ten of Wands, right? So the Ten of Wands is putting down burdens here. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune that's come out right after that. So the Wheel of Fortune is all about fortune turning in your favor. So I do feel like you're going to put this down, whatever this mental strife is here that's going on. Because here, like, look at, you have this awesome new beginning here. It's like you've been waiting for so long for all this stuff to come in. Now it's finally coming in. You're feeling like right on, finally some action here, and you're feeling peaceful about it. But then there's this kind of stuff going on where you've got a little bit of mental strife. But what Spirit's saying is just put that down. Like, you don't need to carry that. That's not for you to carry. Just set it down. Because everything here is turning in your favor with the Wheel of Fortune. Wow, so we're at a very long reading here already today. We're at 39 minutes. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. I really do appreciate you coming here and joining me on these messages. And until next time, take good care.